Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Obstructed Auto. Today we're going to be working on a 2000 Camaro Z28. We're going to be upgrading the suspension on it. It is currently sitting on a Coney iBot combo. Ride's a little rough, and we're looking at getting autocross, so we're going to need to change it up. We're going to be upgrading to a QA1 Stage 1 suspension system. Alright guys, so a little bit about the QA1 Stage 1 suspension. It comes with the fully adjustable front coilovers with adjustable dampening. You've got your rear shocks with adjustable dampening. You've got your front and rear springs, a nice set of beefy front and rear sway bars, all of the energy suspension hardware along with upgraded bearings. We're going to do a step-by-step instruction on how to install all this, so let's get started. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with our coilover assembly here. What you will need is a 19mm wrench to loosen this so that you can pull the piston out in order for it to fit on the spring properly. You're going to go ahead and put your height adjustment rings on. You want to make sure you measure them out so that you get the exact same height on both sides of the vehicle. We've got it set at about 2 inches to the bottom of the ring. We're going to go ahead and put on our upgraded bearings here. And we're going to set the spring down onto it. There you go. That's pretty much it. Now let's get it on the car. Alright guys, so we're going to start our disassembly. We're going to work our way from the bottom up. As you can see, I've already taken the carter pin and the cowsel nut off of the upper ball joint here. Next, we're going to pull apart our sway bar and link. You need a 13mm wrench and a 13mm socket. Now, we're not going to be keeping the old ones because they sent us all of the new stuff to replace all this in our kit. So once we get this out, we can chunk it. Next thing we will be working on is actually unmounting the strut here. For that, you'll need a 15mm on top and a 13mm on the bottom. Let's go over here and grab us a hammer. All right. Next thing next is we move to the top. Alright, so now that we've got the bottom part done, we're up here at the top. If you'll notice, you have these two here. They're going to be a T50 Torx bit. This is going to be a 15mm. And if you look right here, the master cylinder sits just above this one. So what you'll actually need to do is you'll need to take the master cylinder off, unplug it here, and slide it over to the side. Make sure you keep you a magnetic tray handy, that way you don't lose anything. Alright. And of course with this, a pick will help. Get that in there, pull it back, unplug it. It'll slide just like that. We got that one loose. Slide the master cylinder back in place. Now those are out. Take our 6-mile extension off here. There's those off. Alright guys, sorry about that. I couldn't get that on camera exactly. The actual top hat for the strut itself is connected to the lower control arm, so I had to do some fighting to get it out. But our strut is out. What we're going to do next is put our spring compressors on it. We're going to dismantle our top hat, and we're going to put it onto our new suspension and get it on the car. Alright, so we've got our old spring off here. What we're going to do is we're going to disassemble the top hat. We're going to take everything from right here and just kind of toss it off to the side. We won't need it anymore. Take our new spring, slide it on. Take our top hat here. And it does have a groove to line up in it. If you'll look, you can see right here on the rubber. Once you got that lined up, take this piece here. It just kind of slides right on top. And then you know. It is a 15mm bolt on this particular set here. And just like that, it's new assembled and ready to go. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and remove the front sway bar here. It's super simple. You've got 4 bolts, 2 here, 2 here. Now this right here, you can either unbolt it or just kind of make a slit right here so the sway bar will come down freely. We've already taken out our end links here and here from doing the suspension. So let's go ahead and alright, there's that side. Now when you're doing this, brace that sway bar. If you don't, it's going to come down and hit you in the head. Alright, so there's a bracket covering right here. There's 2 10mm bolts that are right here. You take those out and that bracket comes right off. Get that out of the way. Old sway bar comes out. Alright, so as you can see, we got our old sway bar sitting right here and we've got our new one. Kind of leave everything in place, that way when you put them on the table you can climb up where your new bushings are going to go. You can also tell there's a big difference in between the new sway bar and the old sway bar. It's a lot thicker, it's a lot sturdier. You're going to get a lot better traction out of it. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to lube up the inside of these, so if we do have to move anything around, we can freely move them. Alright, now we got our bushings on. We're ready to put it on the car. kind of just let it hang there in place till you get everything lined up. Before you tighten everything down, you want to put your end links in, get those in place, tighten it down, and then you can come through and finish tightening down the rest of the sway bar here, and you'll be done. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to assemble the sway bar end links and get them installed real quick. First, you'll have your washer bushing. You'll slide that in there. Go there. And that's it. Now remember, don't tighten anything down until you've got both sides in place. Alright, now that we got everything in place, before we tighten it all down, we're going to go ahead and hit our fittings and grease everything up real good. A couple of things you can do while you got it up in the air is check all your grease fittings, go ahead and do your oil change if necessary. But let's go ahead and get everything nice and greased up. We'll finish mounting it in place and we'll go on to the rear. Last thing you want to do is go ahead and put your dust caps back on it so they don't get all gummed up. Take your 15 millimeter here, and let's tighten down the sway bar links. Hey, will you kick me that 15 millimeter over here? Socket. that's it. Front sway bar and front suspension is completely on. We'll go ahead and move to the rear. Alright, so we're starting on the back of the car now. We're going to start right here. Make sure you got a jack in place. The purpose of it's going to hold this up while you take everything apart. We've got that out. Move to our 13. We'll take our sway bar and link out. Let this down. Pull the old spring up. Move to the top side to take the strut out. Alright, so that bolt for the strut is going to be behind the back seat under a piece of carpet. You just have to cut a little square. Some want access, some don't. There you go. That's it taken apart. Now we can start for reassembly. Alright, now we got all the old stuff out of the way. We're going to go ahead and start installing the new spring. Sorry about that, guys. The battery died on the camera and we didn't realize it. So what we did was we went ahead and got our bolt through. Everything's tightened down here. We let the jack out. As you can see, everything's still in the air. Now we're going to go ahead and remove our sway bar and install our new one. All of our old hardware out of the way. Line this up so we can see where our bushings are supposed to sit. Slide the old one out of the way here. Get a groove right here that this sits on. leave everything loose until everything is in place. All right. Now we're going to jump over here to the other side.